Hello and welcome to our new course, Designing Activities and Lessons Concorso Preparation. We are thrilled to have you with us, and in this video we're going to tell you all about our new course. Just to give you an outline, in this video we're going to first analyze some of the open questions in the Concorso. We're going to identify some common points to the discussion of lesson plans and activities in Concorso questions. We're going to clarify some terminology surrounding lesson plans and activities, and we're going to give you an overview of our new course, and we're going to explain which parts of the syllabus of the different types of Concorso are covered in this particular course, which were not covered in our previous language teaching methodology course. Then we found a slightly different type of task, which is this. Now in this example and in other similar examples, you would have a quote about a method or a theoretical issue. In this case, it's the flipped classroom. And then it would ask you to discuss this and describe ways you would use it again practically in your classroom. And this would be a slightly different type of task, which we've called discuss theory and give sample activities. And again, a very similar task was not only in the A24 class, but also in the conversation B02 class. So here we can see another type of quote and a question asking again to discuss it and apply this to some sample activities in the classroom. And finally, we started thinking about what could come in the oral exam in the Concorso Ordinario, which might be to present a full lesson plan on a given topic for a certain class, for a certain context. So writing a full lesson plan. So in a few words, our analysis of these questions revealed that there's three main types of questions when it comes to methodology. The first being having to discuss the separate descriptor and give some sample activities, topics and materials to use in the classroom, or discuss theory and again give sample activities, or as we said, potentially writing a lesson plan based on specific criteria. So when we designed our new course, we wondered what the common points were amongst all of these questions, and we identified a few, starting from activities, considerations for student levels, the context, the topic, the materials, the underlying theory, the assessment, and working within frameworks, especially the Common European Framework for Languages. And we have also received quite a few questions about what kind of activity one might be expected to do, what kind of tasks one might be expected to do in the exam. And obviously we know just as much as you do, but from our analysis, we've concluded that we have three different types, perhaps, of tasks, one being the unità di apprendimento, a learning unit, another one being a lesson plan, and another one being an activity. And we believe that a learning unit would be a coherent series of lessons promoting specific aims, competencies and abilities with a certain assessment structure. And this would be a much wider task than a lesson plan and or an activity. And we actually believe that it is lesson plans and activities that would be the subject of the exam. So we have also looked at the bando in Italian, and what we found is progettazione di un'attività didattica. So this is more to do with activities, and this is actually what we think that it would be most useful to focus on at this stage. And this is what we've designed our course on. Coming to the interesting part of this video, let's now look at what you can expect to learn in this course. We have designed 6 self-study units. They're all very practical in nature, and they cover all the topics related to language teaching methodology that were not covered in our previous course. The first unit relates to the structures and underlying theories of activities and lesson plans. So we cover PPP, TTT, TBL, task-based learning, the flipped classroom. We cover some learning theories, including behaviorism, cognitivism, constructivism, and connectivism in more details than our previous course. And we go into instructed second language acquisition. The second unit focuses on the learner, so learner-centeredness, personalization, differentiation, teaching mixed ability classes, and inclusion, with a focus on specific learning difficulties in language learning. We then move on very practically to the activities, and we talk about cooperative learning, principles of cooperative learning, and how to alternate different groupings, so whole class, individual, pair, group work, and what techniques to use. Then we move on to the materials, and we talk about native and non-native speaker sources and the use of authentic materials in the classroom. We then talk about working with the CEFR, so we give a summary of the 2020 CEFR update, and we talk about how to use these scripters to design activities. And finally, we go back to assessment, and in particular we focus on self-assessment and peer assessment in this course. You might be wondering as well, what's new in this course compared to our previous course? Well, the first thing is that it covers topics that were not covered in the previous course, but also it's interactive. So in this course, a new feature is that you'll have discussion boards. You'll be able to post your answers and see other people's answers. You will also have the Facebook page on which to interact with other people who are taking the course. The course is a lot more practical than our previous course, which was a lot more academic. So in this particular new course, we have a lot more application, a lot more practical application, and it's also more compact with a lot less academic reading and a lot more application of notions. And also we've introduced a new feature which we hope you will like, which is individual consultations with myself and with Andrew Woodbury, our new partner from Canada. So you will be able to book a consultation with us very quickly, very easily on our website. And you will be able to discuss anything you like from the courses with us related to methodology or your answers to the open-ended questions. And we'll be able to give you feedback, personalized feedback on it. So how will you learn in this course? Well, first of all, you will have a lot of PowerPoint presentations and some short texts, but it's going to be mostly PowerPoint presentations and videos summarizing the key notions. You will also have 4 sample Concorso open question tasks, so you will have our answers to refer to. There's also a video evaluation of a lesson plan in which we focus on the issue of justifying your pedagogical choices, which is one of the key issues in the Concorso exam. And you'll be able to exchange your ideas with other participants in the discussion board. We have calculated that this course takes approximately 20 hours of individual study, plus whatever time you want to give to the 4 Concorso tasks if you want to write them. So as you might have seen, we are covering quite a few parts of the Concorso syllabus, and if we look at the A2 section, these are all the parts that we are going to cover in this course. So inclusion, activities, active learning, cooperative learning, individualization, personalization and assessment. But there are also these specific sections here which are specific to the A24 class. And also we will be covering parts of the B02 class, the conversation class. Thank you so much for watching. We really do hope you enjoy our course, and you can find a link to see the course in the video description.